Hello, everyone. I'm Catwoman,
And I'm Gigi, the Gadget Goddess, and we are
your homegirls of tech.
here on the Gadget Chats podcast. Happy Thursday.
Happy Friday Eve.
You just have to be different, don't you?
I know.
Hope everybody's doing well today. I'm going to go through the thirst buckets, and then we'll get started. So first and foremost, and always trying to be first, is Barry Johnson, who was here. About the same time he beat me here again. He did beat me here. And
He called us a deer.
Yeah. Where they at, though?
No.
Okay. Big John came in right after him. Hey there, ladies. Tech King Mike with the googly eyes. Let's see here. Then I have to scroll down with all my typos of response to people. Holla at your boy, aka LaShawn, is in the building. Shay Kennedy. What's up, girl? Raymond Williams. Is it bad that I hear the male person outside? What time is it? Ray is in the building. What's up, Ray? LeBaron's here. Oh, yeah. The Bonnie Scoop. It's my homegirls attack. Your personal homegirls attack. Everybody. So that's all we have for now. As people come in, we might hear us greet them. But how's your Thursday going?
My Thursday is great. Yeah. How's yours?
Great, just busy.
Yeah. Yeah, that never changes. The party don't stop on our busy train.
No, it doesn't. It's just
all
Thursday.
Aboard, no one gets off.
But that's just kind of how the week runs. By this time in the week, it feels like we're on mode. So that's where we are right now. KR Bridge, what's up? All is well.
Yes. KR Bridge is awesome. I was in her. She produces a podcast for the Real Ones Gaming on Sunday,
okay.
And she's the behind the scenes person.
You have told me so much about your new peeps.
Yeah, they're awesome. Love the gaming community.
You cheating on me?
Sometimes you gotta share me. You know, there's enough of me to go around.
I hope the chat is well.
Yes. So let's get on to what is going on with us. ¿Qué estás pasando? Hi, Emily. Hi, Emily. She's my coworker. Hi. So, Gadget Chats. What's going on with Gadget Chats? So, we hope that those who are listening to the podcast on Spotify, Apple, Google, everywhere that podcasts are, hope you're loving the new crispiness of our voice on season 2. Upgrades, people, upgrades.
Yeah, because season 1, we sounded raggedy. We just didn't know it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we knew it. We just kind of couldn't do nothing about it.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Yes.
Garbage. Yes.
Appreciate it. So we are at 243 subscribers. Yay! We got new subs. Thank you for subbing. And then on Twitter, we have 244 followers. Thanks for following us. Hey, Tech Loving Mama!
I want to interrupt you, but what's up, girl?
For Facebook, we have 88 people following us. Thank you. Thank you.
So appreciative on Facebook, because that seems to be where we keep lacking. Like nobody wants to follow the Facebook page. I'm not a big Facebooker, so I understand. But
I just realized that I didn't bring up our Twitch. Oh! Why do I always do this? No bueno. No bueno.
Hey, it just shows us that we're human.
Yeah. So many tech woes.
So it's not really a tech woe. A tech woe would be if the page didn't come up. Kind of like YouTube yesterday.
Oh, it's a human woe. It's a human woe. Okay. So on our Instagram, we have 161 people following us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, followers.
Thank you. And then on Twitch, we have 13 followers. Oh my God, we got more people. Thank you.
It continues to grow over there. But you know what's funny?
Yeah.
It's like watching us in reverse. It's really weird.
Yeah, I know, right? Screen inception.
What's up, Lori?
So that is what's going on with us so far as an update in our social life and everything.
Does nobody want to win my case? I will tell y'all that. still available. My giveaway is still available. Okay.
Yeah. So tell people about that giveaway. Do you want to talk about it now, or do you want to talk about it
I'll
later?
talk about it when we get to the price. I mean the purchases. Yeah.
The purchases.
What's
all right,
up,
cool.
Savage?
Hey,
how are you?
Savage Scenes.
Savage.
So for today's creator shout out, it is Emily D. Baker. Yay!
The original, like that was our trio in Wine Wednesday that
Yes.
We used to do it Easy Computer Solution. We're still with him. It's just not called Wine Wednesday anymore.
Yes.
And it's kind of shuffled to being an all-woman grouping to a mixture of men and females, males and females. So yeah. So yeah, you can still catch us on Wednesdays over there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we'd like to give a shout out to Emily D. Baker. She's awesome. She is our homegirl of tech. We met her back in 2017. Yep. And we've been friends ever since. She's awesome. She has been blowing up on YouTube, rightfully so, because she is so awesome.
Always has, man. She's just getting discovered for her awesomeness.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So this is her website, Emily D. Baker. Check it out, emilydbaker.com. Her Instagram, definitely please follow her. She is at 7,250 subscribers. Her goal is to get to 10,000, so that way she can have the little swipe up things and send people to her links or videos or anything that's outside of Instagram easier. And then Twitter. She's doing awesome on Twitter. She has 4,363 subscribers. Woo-hoo.
And y'all know all the links to all of this will be in the show notes or the description, depending on where you're catching this.
Yes. Uh-huh. Her Facebook is also going awesome. She has, does it say how many people? It doesn't say. But she's doing great on Facebook too. She has an awesome Facebook community. Mm-hmm. Her YouTube channel, she just hit 50,000 subscribers today. Yay!
Yay!
So happy for her.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah. So happy for her. Yes, if you're not already subscribed to her, please do. So she is going to be a guest on the Gadget Chats podcast next week. So next week is not going to be like a structured thing. How we usually do is you're just going to chat it up with Emily. She was actually our second guest on the podcast. On the Gadget Chats podcast.
Mm-hmm. And we usually do our guest on the last Thursday of the month, but being as Thanksgiving, we were like, we'll just back it up a week. And so that's why we're doing it next week.
Yep.
It was funny. Catwoman was trying to find a picture of us where we all look normal.
Yeah.
And you can see we're very animated when we get together. For those listening, every picture she clicks on is just one of us looks weird, or we all look bored, or we all look very excited. It's really strange to vision. Yeah, our facial expressions are just, look at that one. What, are you eating pizza?
Yeah. I don't even remember that. What happened? I need to watch this over.
Yeah, so that's us. That's us all the time. We're just weird.
Yeah.
So thanks for enjoying our weirdness.
Following some of her. Also, we put the link to the Wine Wednesday playlist. So if you guys ever want to take a trip down memory lane and see how it was like back in 2017, 2018, 2019, when
What's the date on that the very first one where we all got together? It really wasn't even awkward then, though. We kind of hanging out like we were all friends, but that was our first stream together.
It was October 25th, 2017. It's down here somewhere. Let me see. It's in here. And I was actually telling Gigi, well, she said it. She's like, I don't think these are all of the podcasts for Wine Wednesday.
They're not. It can't be, but there's some moments in there. I won't spill the beans, but we are in some compromising positions in some of those. I'll just put it that way.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, go back and enjoy those.
Yes, do a time hop.
But Ray, I was not quiet on that episode. The first episode, I spoke more than I spoke on some of the others. Well, that wasn't my first. That was the first we were all three together.
All three together. Yes, all three and Eric also. So it was all four of us together. Yeah.
So that was fun.
Mm-hmm. Wait, did I not have this banner up the whole time?
What are you talking about?
Oh, forget it.
Yeah,
Let me
you're-
not break. Sorry. Let's get on to some tech deals. Yay!
And I don't know. And when I found these, I was like, wonder if Dexter already sent these to her. But I was like, I don't know. I'm just finding something.
Yeah, a lot of the ones that you do send me, Dexter has sent them to me, so he gets co-credit.
No, he don't. He do jack yesterday. Let me stop.
And let me say, Gigi was a blessing. She was the one who got all this together, all the links, all the research, everything together for this week.
That was only because I knew today I was gonna. We were both super busy today, so y'all wouldn't have had a podcast had I not did this yesterday.
Yes,
so,
yes.
This is yesterday's work.
Yeah, this is yesterday's work, and we've just been both super busy, just like in our own things. But you know, we come here because we love y'all.
It's live streams, it's something. So we're doing something,
supporting our friends, just doing everything we can. You know. So this one is by Engadget.
It's Best Buy's Treat Yourself sale.
By Valentina Palladino. First one is a Sonos 5 speaker for 400 buckaroos.
What's the regular price on that?
It's $100 off.
Okay. So it's usually 500 buckaroos.
Yep. Animal Crossing New Horizons, $50.
You know, I almost bought this, and it wasn't because I saw this sale. It was like a couple of days ago. I was like, everybody told me to get this game, but now nobody's playing it anymore.
I can't play that game because I know I'm going to be addicted to it.
That's why I'm scared to get it.
Yeah.
I don't have the time to play it.
I need to get the Goose game before I get the New Horizons.
I love the Goose game.
Yeah. Did they ever come out with any extra bad Goose games?
Well, no, it's just that the Goose game, they took it and made it so, okay, here's the extension. You need to go do all of these things. Like after you accomplished all the things, you have more things to go accomplish. So I haven't beat that part of it yet because it's harder. Like you have time limits and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So it gets more difficult. Okay. To beat it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, but this one's $50. I think it's usually $60, right? Usually $60. They do have Amazon links if there are Amazon links too.
Either Best Buy or Amazon.
These one are Philips Hue White Color LED Starter Pack, $130. And so this is $60 off, and it comes with a switch and it comes with a hub. So that's pretty good.
You get 3 white lights and colored bulbs and a switch and the hub, like you said.
Yeah. And that's pretty good because sometimes you get those fans that have like the 3 different sections out. So this is $130. You just, upgraded your lights with some colorful stuff. Robots, they are very, very...
Yes, this is right up Catwoman's alley. The iRobot, the vacuum robots. Now, when Catwoman talks, she's super bougie about her robot. So it has to have what's it called? I can't even think of what it's called.
Bin.
The bin. Yes,
have a bin.
I was going to call it a canister, but bin.
Again, that's probably a proper word for it too. Actually, funny story. So I named my robot Alfred because, I love Batman, Alfred Pennyworth, right? And my daughters ran up and told me yesterday, we heard the robot talking. It's a girl. I'm like, what? What was she saying? She said, I need some assistance, please. She was stuck somewhere.
Alfreda?
I guess so. I'm going to have to change her name to Alpharetta. That's a good one. I didn't even think about what name I was going to give her. Thank you. That's a good one. But yeah, this one from this Roomba is normally $500, but you'll get it for $300. This is the Roomba 960. Does it have a bin? No. So do I recommend it? No.
Oh gosh.
All right, so we have the Fitbit Inspire 2 for $70.
I like how they doing a lunge in this.
I know, right? It's like just a little more and you could have saw some goodies.
Well, see, if you look at the hand, it's an older person, which usually they don't use older models.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So cool. I'm like, hey, you don't want to see old people goodies, okay?
No, yeah, true. Yeah. The hands are kind of wrinkly. I mean, I really shouldn't discriminate because I saw Lovecraft Country and they had an older lady having a very saucy scene. So, yeah.
Hey, Spectech, welcome.
Hey! So Arrow Garden Harvest Elite Slim, $100. So this is like having a garden in your home.
Inside. Yeah,
Yeah.
This same laptop is next. Like, didn't we cover this last
Yes, it's been very popular. Like, well, not popular, just going on sale a lot, the MSI.
Because the specs suck.
Yes.
It should be on sale.
Yeah. Even though I feel like $900 is too much for this one.
And they saved it for last because they knew it as well.
Yeah, but they just put it on there just because of it. It's $300 less, people. 300. So those are the tech deals for today. The links are in the description. So if you guys want to check out, of course, if there's any affiliates links in there, they're all Engadgets affiliates, stuff like that. Support people who write these articles.
Yeah. So I think speaking of those, we're going into my tech purchase, which is my video from last week on the Ringke Slim matte clear case for the Fold, which I do not have on the Fold today. I have the marble one on. Yeah, see, I'm at home, so I like to put the pretty case on at home. But yeah, I did a video on this one too. So video is, if you go check out the video on this case, you'll find a video for the one I just showed you. But either way, I have an additional one right here that I did a giveaway on that nobody's won yet.
And why have they not won?
I think people are used to giveaways being, okay, the first person to respond or the person to figure this out or the person. I guess I made mine too hard. I feel like you should watch my video all the way through and you can win. So I have a word that I use a lot, that I've used a lot in the past 30 seconds, but I use it a lot in my videos too. And people are guessing the word right, but they're not getting how many times I said it right in the video.
Okay.
So this is still up for grabs.
Yeah.
Some people got really close, but no cigar.
No cigar.
Eh.
Oh, Spectacular has that case. Awesome. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That is so awesome. We have a troll on Twitch, and we can't do anything about it because I don't know how to mod there.
Yeah, I had one last night. Well, Tuesday. So, yeah.
On Twitch?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Asked me if I was somebody's mom that's probably close in age to me. So I was like, okay.
Okay, that's random. So this is the lanyard.
Oh, the lanyard was also featured in the video. I did enjoy the lanyard, and it does work well, people. Like, I'm not scared to wear my case in one of these. And if you look at all the new Ringke cases for the iPhone, it has lanyard holes on both sides of the case, so you can wear it and it holds the phone double time. Yeah. So
yeah, and I know a lot of people were concerned if the case would come off if you put the lanyard on. So watch the video to find out if her phone goes kersplat. This is the video right here. Awesome. 783 views so far. Hey, you go, girl.
That is funny because it's not one of my better, one of the videos that did better for me, but it was fun.
Yeah, as long as you have fun, that's all that matters. It's a journey, not a sprint.
Right.
And
so that's the only tech purchase I have. Now next week, as of tomorrow, my iPhone should be here. I got tracking on it today. It shipped. So I think earlier this morning it was in Alaska or somewhere crazy like that, and then it's closer now.
Wait, where is this coming from?
It came from China.
Oh, okay. And they kind of okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
How did it get to Alaska? Okay.
I think they were already there. Like, they shipped those like last week sometime, and they stored them somewhere, and then they sent them all out from different locations.
Well, I mean, I guess they think not a lot of people are in Alaska, so it's safer to put it there. I don't know what the reasoning behind that is.
No, the funny thing is that if you notice, Samsung really doesn't care if you get your phone early. Yes. So, if it gets there early, fine. Apple is just like this. It's the best kept secret. they cannot get their phones a day early.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're like, everybody gets the same embargo.
Same day, same time.
Yes. Yeah.
You just hope you're at the top of the list for getting yours, like depending on your delivery person, which UPS can run odd for me. It could either be early or it could be late. So
yeah. Dexter said our phones travel more than we do.
This is very true.
Yeah, facts.
Unless you're like me, I have coffee mugs that I leave with friends. So I left a coffee mug in South Carolina, and it also took a trip to New York and stayed in New York for a year. So my coffee mug has traveled more than me in the past couple of years.
You have a well-cultured coffee mug.
Yes. Yeah, that's me though. I always leave something, unfortunately.
Yeah. My mom would tell me I would leave my head if it wasn't attached to my body.
Did I leave anything down there when I came down there?
No, but you left us a lot of alcohol. It's still not done.
Y'all still didn't finish that alcohol?
No, we never finished.
It's been over a year.
It's been over a year.
Sorry, people. We just had a personal moment there. It's been over a year since I've been down there, and they still have the alcohol that we purchased when I was there.
Well, at least it doesn't go bad, right?
Mm-hmm. You're in good shape. No problems there. Hey, we getting the articles?
Yes, first article.
Is that Tim Apple?
This Tim Apple. Hi, Tim Apple. I love how they caught him like in the prayer mode, like or the so 10 things in tech you need to know today. I love this article when I was reading it. It's very enlightening. So let's get into it. Number 1, Apple unveiled its first device running on its own silicon chip. Yay! Silicone.
Yeah, it's like everybody likes to pronounce things differently. It sounds tomato.
Yeah. So it's going to be on their new MacBook Air, 13-inch MacBook Pro, and Mac Mini. They're all going to run on the M processor. What are your thoughts about that?
M1 processor, but I always think of these things and I say, Apple always does things and their chips are always a letter and a number.
Yes.
Like A this, M this. So I guess it's like, okay, it would be different to me if they chose like 2 letters and a number.
Yeah.
But until you can actually see it like compared with other things, you don't know. Because they're going to tell you every time, oh, it's faster. It's the best.
It's the best. Yeah. I mean, it better be the best because that's why you don't pay that money, right? But I'm glad for Apple, having their own processor and doing their own silicon chip and getting into a little bit of more manufacturing, because a lot of their parts, they're designed by Apple, but they're not manufactured here in the United States or by them specifically.
Which I always find to be, I want people to be more independent as companies and as individuals. So, I know a lot of people get help with things and we all need help, but when you got everybody putting stuff in your phone, is it your phone anymore? Yeah. That's just my thoughts.
That's a good food for thought. So number 2, the EU filed the antitrust charges against Amazon. So I guess it was Amazon's turn to get antitrust. It's like, where's Google?
Let's pass this around.
Yeah,
let's pass it around. It's everybody
get
gets a turn.
You get
antitrust.
You get antitrust charges.
Have you bought anything off of eBay lately?
No, I have not.
Okay, so maybe my app just updated or whatnot, but I needed something this morning. And there's certain things that I buy off of eBay in bulk.
Yeah.
When I run out of things, it's kind of like shopping at Sam's. But I got on there this morning and it said, pay, swipe this way. And I was just like, what did that change? Like, it was
so
just
you
like,
got to swipe to pay now?
Well, I clicked on what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a buy it now. But once it put everything at the bottom of the screen, it didn't take me to a whole nother page like it normally does. And it just says swipe over to pay. And it had my payment method from PayPal and everything like that. And it just swipe over to pay. I was like, okay. Yeah, I've changed everything. Tech Free needs asking, why is the EU in everybody's business?
Because they actually care about their consumers and they want to make sure that they're not being preyed upon through shady business practices. So does that mean that that Amazon is already guilty? No, but there was something filed. So the
Hey, let's
conversation can
investigate.
begin.
Yeah.
So their reasoning for this antitrust charges on Amazon is they're accusing Amazon of using data from third-party sellers to inform its own retail strategies, improperly benefit from its status as both marketplace operator and a competitor within the marketplace. So I remember that we've had this conversation about at least a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, where people were concerned about the fact that you can get Amazon basics or, Amazon, batteries and stuff like that. But Mr. Catwoman, my husband, he said, what about when you go into the store?
Walmart,
right?
and everybody else
You
who has
go,
their own.
they have their own brand. They have, Equate, Publix brand. I forget
Everybody
the names
has
of
their
all
own.
of them.
Yeah, I can't name them all. But
So they're just doing a practice that's the same. But and I guess what they're saying is that they don't like the fact that they're using information from third-party sellers in order to determine if they should make that type of specific their own brand version of it. But that's the same thing that the stores do too. So you're gonna go buy, let's say, some aloe vera. You go and get yourself some aloe vera from Equate instead of getting aloe vera from, I don't know, aloeveracompany.com.
So Amazon knows more than the NSA. I like that comment.
Yes, that's true, Emily. Yeah, and they do. So there is something else that is not being highlighted as much, but it is also something that is problematic with Amazon as far as like antitrust is the buy button. So you know how you were talking about how on eBay they're doing like the swipe so you could pay easily. Well, Amazon has the same thing, but it's called the buy now button. So if you're on
it's one click. So it's already got the method of payment and everything set up. You click it once and it's done.
Yes. So the reason why they're saying that it's unfair is because if you add something to your cart, you get to choose which seller you're buying it from. But when you do the one-click payment, you don't get to choose the seller. So a lot of companies compete to be that one-click purchase button on there. And a lot of the times Amazon is their own, buy, one-click buy. So that is also highlighted in that as well. But not a lot of people are talking about that. They're more talking about this, which I think is just a regular capitalist thing that Amazon's doing. They're not doing anything different than any other brick and mortar store.
Right.
Yeah.
Tech Level Mama was mentioning the Prime members get unlimited photo backup videos different. I told her we were talking about the whole antitrust thing, but I'm on, like, once we get to that article, I'm along the I don't think anybody's going to stay unlimited for free.
No.
Like,
yeah. It was bound to happen.
Temporary. Yeah, it's temporary.
Yep. Yeah. Next is the third thing you should watch out for is that Spotify bought another podcasting business. So Spotify last year bought Anchor. This year they bought the Swedish music streaming service Megaphone, and that's a podcast tech company for $235 million. Now, that's not the only podcasting company that they've bought. They've bought other podcasting companies, but people are like, okay, what is something that Spotify knows that we don't know? Like, they're buying a lot of podcasting companies. And then they're also wondering if Spotify is going to go the route of you having to pay to listen to podcasts. Not pay to listen to it, but to listen to it without ads. So, yeah, we gotta pay attention to Spotify and see what how they're moving. What do you think?
I didn't hear. I'm wanting to say I did hear about them buying another But I don't think it was a Swedish streaming service. Like, I thought I heard about them buying something else, or they were in the market to buy something else. I feel like they're getting a little big for their britches here lately. I don't know.
They bought another company too. Since they bought Anchor, I think they bought 3 other companies. Okay. I don't remember their names.
I thought, me neither off the top of my head, but I knew it wasn't this one.
Mm-hmm.
So we are gonna have to keep our eyes on Spotify because do you have a Spotify account?
I don't have a Spotify account.
Me neither.
The thing about these companies is when they buy other companies, a lot of the times they're buying them not just because they're making a lot of money, but because they're interested in the software that they made. And now it gets embedded into their own proprietary system, and they get to, keep the patents and things like that. So a lot of times that's why they buy these types of companies. So, Emily Wilson said, it's interesting to see the market consolidation for podcasts. It's concerning for indie creators. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But the experience that I've had since Spotify bought Anchor was the experience has been really good. I've loved Anchor since we've been using it. But just because our user experience is good, it doesn't mean that the back end, the employees are being treated well, or whatever types of shady practices. Is Spotify doing anything different or nefarious than, for example, Google does, or Amazon does, or Microsoft does? No. But when we see something like this happens, that these companies are getting inflated by acquiring other smaller companies, we have to pay attention, because we need to figure out what is the trend. How is this not only going to affect us as people, but employees, things like that. Yeah.
I was really interested in number 4. TikTok wants an update on its US ban, because nobody is talking about this anymore. No. Because everybody thinks it's done. Like, okay, everything's fine now. No. And it's not at all.
It's still in limbo. Yeah, it's still in limbo. And a lot of people are making money on TikTok. For example, you're allowed to put like your Amazon affiliate links on there. And there's a lot of like, this is what I got on Amazon. And people are like, oh, I like that, I'm gonna buy that. And it's just like a 15-second clip. So a lot of people are making money, have complete business models off of TikTok. And so it's important for the USA to make a decision on it, but it's been on hold since they've given them an extension, because it was Oracle and Walmart that are now investors into TikTok. The main thing is that the server for TikTok is no longer going to be in China. It's going to be in the United States. So anybody that is who creates an account in the United States, their information is going to be stored in a United States server.
But didn't they want them to sell it to somebody? Like, they wanted to be owned here.
Yeah. So the reason why it's important for them to sell it is because TikTok is still owned by a Chinese company. And one of the things about Chinese law is that any company that belongs to China, they can have access to that data. It's written within their laws. There's no exceptions to the rules or anything like that. And China can say all that they want. Oh no, we won't do that. We don't, but they do. And is that any different than the kinds of things that the United States does when they, spy on other types of, politicians through Facebook or
when they're backdooring our phones, Yeah. And that's what I get into when people want to bash like Huawei and some of these other companies that are overseas. I'm like, they do it right here in the US. You just don't really know about it, or you don't pay it any attention. Most people just don't pay any attention.
Yeah. So I know that TikTok did that as like a temporary solution, but the solution that the United States wants, they haven't done it yet. And they kind of just put it on hold. It's on limbo. But TikTok is now like, okay, get off the pot.
Get off the pot. Yeah. You were right there with me, but I didn't want to say the whole thing.
Get off the pot, do something about it. But they haven't so far. So I guess we just wait. Yeah.
So it's funny, this next one about Lyft slowly recovering during the pandemic, because this morning I was listening, like I listen to tech news every morning when I wake up. Yeah. I talk to my Google Assistant and say good morning, and it gives me all kinds of tech news. Yeah. So Lyft is slowly recovering, right?
Yes.
Their stock is going back up. but they're also getting ready to start doing, and it's not a link to this in the description. They're going to start doing like Uber Eats. So they're going to do their version of Uber Eats for Lyft.
Okay.
I have preferred using Lyft to Uber only because it usually comes out cheaper for me for some odd reason.
Yeah.
So I'm curious as to if Lyft's, food pickup service is going to be cheaper than Uber's.
And that's what's going to happen. But the customer's going to win because they're going to have a cheaper option. But what about the employees?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And especially since in California, it was on the ballot to give ride sharing companies like Lyft and Uber an exemption from the ACB 35. Emily did a podcast about it, and when she was on,
I was like, "You got the numbers memorized?"
I know I don't. I'm probably saying it completely wrong, but it's basically a law that was passed in California that says, "Oh, Emily said anecdotally, Lyft trends to be better for female contractors too." Oh, that's good
to know.
Yeah, that's good information. So, what the law says in California now is that any person that works for you cannot be a contractor if that's what the main thing that they do for you. They're not. Yeah. So that's how these Uber and Lyft were getting away with it, saying that these drivers are contractors because they're technically not a taxi service. They're an app service. Yeah. But they're saying, but this is the primary function that this person does here. And in California, they just recently passed a law to give Lyft and Uber an exemption, or ride sharing app companies an exemption from the rule, because when they passed that law, the other types of companies that got a pass was the media industry, like TV, movies, they got a pass. Yeah, right. Anything that had to deal with media. So Lyft is slowly recovering from the pandemic, which is good because that means that more people are being employed and being able to work. That's awesome. But like you said, now they're coming into this space, which is they're going to have their own type of eatery app. How is that going to affect
pickup delivery? Yeah. And I know we have some people who have different views in the chat, and that's fine. We're just putting the information out there, and different people have different preferences.
And I think it's
you're
good
entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, it's good to explain both sides of it. Like, hey, this is where it doesn't seem fair, but hey, it's also not fair over here. So are they really doing anything that different from, from them? It's like, keep the same energy. Okay. If you're going to be upset about this company doing something, what about this company that does something?
I've been saying that the whole time. Like, people give, Samsung or Apple or whoever a pass, but then they come in hard on LG. It's just like, they all do it. They all
do it. Keep the same energy. Yeah. Keep the same energy. Yeah.
This next one is interesting.
Yeah.
I know you're an Adobe user, though. Right?
I am an Adobe user, yeah. So Adobe is buying Frontworks for $1.5 billion. Frontworks makes a work management software mainly used by marketing professionals. Have you seen that app?
No.
WorkFronts? I've not heard of it, but I'm going to click on it just because I'm curious how the app looks like. Oh, I can't. I can't. I got to pay. There's a paywall. Okay, I guess I won't know until I get out of here.
Well, and I'm always thinking, without knowing anything about, whatever Workfront is. I always think if a company buys extra software, benefits to me as a person who, already has the investment in Adobe. Maybe it's going to help me in the future or somewhere,
Yeah.
Because if my company is doing better, I'm doing better, right?
Yeah.
At least that's how you think.
This is what I thought. Exactly what I was thinking. It's kind of like a Trello app, but this seems more robust because it actually uses calendars and timelines, and it even has like a review process. Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. So Adobe bought this. So this is going to be part of their plan.
Oh, no.
What? What? Oh, no, what?
I see you over there licking your chops. I'm like, no, I'm just learning Trello. No.
No, I'm not going to leave Trello. I don't know. Maybe I might leave Trello. I don't know.
No, you're not.
No. We just got used to it. Yeah, we've been using Trello to organize our podcast for years now. It's been really awesome. But hey, if it's included with my Adobe plan, I might.
I knew it.
I might have to just dabble in it, you know. I love structure and I live for that. That's why I love Trello. I love other
And
types
y'all know
of...
how all over the place I am. You see how structured this podcast is? Come to one of my live streams. It's all over the place.
It's fun though. It is.
Yeah.
They're as all over the place as the gorillas in your super chat.
Yes. But I'm also like the random thinker. Like we can be sitting here talking about Adobe and you see, I immediately thought Trello, which is kind of related, but it's still not kind of related. But it's like, Lee, I have these random thoughts because my brain is always running a million miles an hour.
Yeah, a lot of people think that I have really good memory. I don't have really good memory. I have really strong emotions. So I remember
this is true. You have strong emotion.
If they're associated with a strong emotion. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why if my husband's like, hey, did you contact ADT? I'm like, oh, you know what? I didn't have a strong emotion about that. So I forgot.
Emily has all the great... I'm not skipping everybody else in the chat, but it'd be cool to see how it syncs with the other Adobe products. She's pumped.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Hannah loves his Adobe Cloud.
I love Adobe.
Savage does not like his Adobe Cloud. And Tech Loving Mama loves Trello and the themes.
Yes, yes. Trello is very pretty as well. I love it. All right. Okay. But see, nobody's giving Adobe flack for buying a company, right? Everybody's
right. Why is it cool with that one? Huh?
See somebody.
Keep that same energy.
Yeah. We need to watch what Adobe's doing. What's this trend that's happening here? All right. So Tim Berners.
I don't know who this is. But go ahead.
Is targeting big tech data's businesses. The web inventor firm Introp is releasing his data management platform, Solid, for enterprises and already counts the NHS as his client. What is NHS?
All I can think of is the National Honor Society, but no, I know that's not it. I have no clue.
I thought National Homeland Security. I feel so ignorant right now.
I ain't touching that one. Can we just skip number 7? Does anybody in the chat know anything about that?
I don't care about number 7.
Okay, we're gonna skip number 7. We're gonna act like we didn't just read that. Okay. Tech woes. Let's go to number 8.
Yeah, what happened to the article? I don't know.
Anybody knows what NHS is, just clue us in.
Yes.
But on to number 8.
Yes. Number 8. Republicans skirted Facebook's 7-day election ad ban. The RNC poured millions into get out the vote and voter registration advertising in the weeks leading up to the election. Facebook advertising data shows. Yeah. Yeah. So basically what they did was Facebook said that you're not allowed to make any new ads 7 days before the election. So what a lot of Republicans did was they created ads before the 7 days that they would have put out within those 7 days.
I'm sorry, I had to put that up. I didn't need you to read it or anything. But
Please read it.
Okay, so Tana So Lit says NHS stands for neck bones, ham hocks, and spaghetti. All right. So nobody. National Health System.
Oh, okay. Britain's National Health System.
Look at Emily, you know everything.
Dang, smart.
I'm going with Tanner.
Another small.
I think it's another neck bone, ham hocks, and spaghetti.
That's probably the USA version of the health system.
Right. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. So what they did was they created ads that they would have done within those 7 days, even if it was not factual. Early. Yes. And they put it out before the 7 days. And then when it was within the 7 days, so they found a workaround to it. Yeah. And
there's always a workaround.
Facebook did that so that way it would be fair and there wouldn't be misinformation. But obviously the RNC figured out a way how to do it. And they poured a lot of money into Facebook. So yeah, Facebook still got their coins, even though,
They said, well, technically they didn't break the rules.
technically. Yeah. They were just putting out wrong information before the 7 days. That's all.
Wow. So next up, we have Amazon may remove the remote work permanently. The official guidance from Amazon is some employees can work from home until next summer, but information from 3 employees suggests that the company may have longer term plans for more flexible and working environment.
Amazon. Don't say may. Say will.
Well, see, here's the thing. Before all of this happened, I knew so many of my coworkers that worked for Amazon from home. Yeah. Because, the people you talk to about refunds and stuff, most of those people are right at the house.
Just chilling at home. Yeah, so, I'm happy that working from home has kind of become the new norm, and I want that trend to keep going that way.
I want to work from home.
Right? Yo, hook me up. Have her work from home.
And we can't make Emily a mod because she's on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, if you want to come on down to YouTube, you can.
Okay.
But no, we need the engagement on Facebook.
Yes,
do whatever you want over
there. Do it. Hang out where you want to hang out. We even had our first troll on Twitch today.
Yes. So I want that to be the new norm, but you got to also think about who are the ones that are in charge. It's usually people that are not of this generation, right? They're used to
people usually that are in charge have never done your job either. So. She said she doesn't even know if she has a YouTube. Hey, you don't have to. You stay.
Yeah, it's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you. So, Amazon. A lot of the times when they do things, other bigger companies do the same thing too. I know that Twitter is having people work from home permanently, and so is Google. Yes, Amazon, do it. Come on, Microsoft, you do it too. Make this a new normal, please. Because I'm gonna keep it real. My internet is way faster at home than it is at the office. I have 1 gig speed of internet, not only down but upload speeds. So
we're gonna push through this last number 10 because we got other articles and we almost 50 minutes into this podcast.
We almost at the top of the hour.
TikTok stars are becoming VC investors. The Sway Boys. See, I don't TikTok, so I don't even know who the Sway Boys are some of TikTok's biggest stars, and they are trying to turn their TikTok fame into bigger wealth by investing in startups. Sounds interesting.
That's good. So, what is a VC investor?
No clue.
A VC investor. Okay, well, if you have a presence online, if you have an audience at all, you should be able to use that money and invest it into other companies, because that's how your money grows. Invest it in companies that are successful so you can get your money back, but then also try to find ways to monetize the eyeballs that are on you. So I'm happy to hear that that's happening to people who are doing TikTok. I know a very popular TikToker. I mean, I don't know her personally, but I heard about her. D'Amelio. Oh, venture capital. Thanks, Emily. Venture capital.
Look, they are requesting Emily come on as a guest one day. So
yes, absolutely.
At some point, we'll try to get her in
here.
Or
if you want. I'm saying yes, and she has to.
Yeah.
If you want, yeah.
If you would like one day, that'd be nice.
I have a question, Emily. What is venture capitalism?
Listen, we're gonna move on. Let's see.
Okay, we're gonna move on, but you can still answer the questions.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so this one is by The Verge, by Dietrich Bong. Google Photos will end its free unlimited storage on June 1st, 2021. Yeah, so a lot of people are sad about this. because when they got the Pixel, they got the unlimited storage. But now
Or
you're
if
gonna
you
have
use Google Photos for anything, like I do, I use it on all my devices. It's good backup.
But did we really expect to have
I didn't.
unlimited? I did
I didn't.
not. But the fact that it's even gone on this long, I give Google their props. But
Yeah.
these machines that are holding all of these things cost a lot of money, because not only is it being stored in one hard drive, they also have redundancies. So it's being saved in other hard drives. There's backups of backups.
All it means is that people are going to start converting to like Dropboxes, or you're going to actually pay for storage on your phone now.
Yeah. But
which I've been doing.
The same thing happened with Dropbox. Remember when Dropbox first came out, you had like 100 gigs of storage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if you got a free Dropbox account, you get 2 gigs of storage, and that's it. You better like it.
So here's your answer. Oh, dang, I just clicked it. Venture capital is investment specifically for entrepreneurial pursuits. Typically very risky investments.
Like Shark Tank? Like a Shark Tank company. That's how I understand
all the Shark Tank stuff isn't risky, though. Some people have some great businesses that they just need money for.
Okay, so it's just they have an idea, but there hasn't been a concept of it.
I have bought these Kickstarter stuff. So I have a coat that you can fit a whole iPad in, but I was into stuff like that. As long as the company does what it's supposed to do and you get said item. I invested in something else where I had to get my money back, but then they stopped giving people their money back shortly after I got mine back. So I dodged a bullet there. Like $300 to the tune of, this was before like the great smartwatches came out, but this watch was going to tell you the time on your arm. Like you could literally, if you hit a button on the watch, it would give you the time on your arm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Emily said, oh wait, no, that's not a spoiler. Schitt's Creek plotline about the motel chain would be an example. Yes, I've seen that show. Yep.
Yeah, I don't watch it.
I understand now. Thank you. It clicks now. So back to Google.
Yeah.
Are people actually like really mad though? Like, are people like have
people who don't like to spend money are probably mad?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, you could just go on YouTube and find something for free.
Yeah, like Tech Loving Mama put something out there. It's just, how great are these people that you're willing to trust with your photos and stuff? That's what you're going to get into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So just get more memory on your phone and call it a day.
Yeah.
Stop skimping on your memory on your phone and keep your own pictures.
Get you an SD card, or buy a 12 terabyte hard drive like I did and just put everything in there.
I just bought a terabyte from my iPad.
Oh, cool.
Plug and play. Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so Amazon Alexa Care Hub update will make it easier to help aging family members. So more seniors than ever are choosing to remain at home and live independently. Amazon wants to make it easier for caregivers to check in on aging relatives. It has a new feature called Care Hub to help provide some peace of mind for family members. I like this a lot. I like this a lot.
I try to find, stuff that's just not super duper tech sometimes.
Yeah. And I know that a lot of people wanted this type of feature, not only with the dots, but with the ones that have the displays and the cameras on there. So that's perfect. And what I like about this too is that a lot of companies do sneaky things. They do things like this that are awesome, but they don't let you opt out of it. They make it by default. And with this one, it's not a default thing. You actually have to go in, make sure you're okay with it, terms of services. And yes, it's going to be a two-way communication where you're going to be able to check in on someone and they're going to be able to contact you faster.
Right.
It's perfect. So cool.
Especially like with now, there's a lot going on with people not being able to see their families with COVID. So, these kind of things make people feel better. Like,
yeah,
I got the drop in and everything on my Alexa devices, but this is better, I guess.
It's good to know that when I get older, I'll have another option besides going to a nursing home. That technology, the technology is going to be so advanced that I can still have my own space, but I'll still feel like family is around me. And that's going to be really, really important.
And by the time
And
you go into the home, I'm not going to be alive anymore.
I plan to live to 300 years old.
You know, this is funny because it's the first thing I thought about, Emily, was Life Alert.
Well, they are going to be doing a deal with AARP. So this is just the beginning. They say potentially, but they are talking behind the scenes about doing other types of things for assisted living. Yeah. So it's going to be great.
Hey.
Yeah. But it's just like a fancier version of Life Alert, and I like it a lot.
So we ready to go into the scary. We have a scary article in there we like to put in there.
Ooh, how America. Sorry, my voice cracked. Too much ooh. Ohio, no nice. So, how Americans see U.S. tech companies as government scrutiny increases. Yeah, and that is the thing. Like and it's funny. I just thought about Easy in my head right now because that's the thing. He always says stuff like that. So, it's a hard balance between using technology to entertain yourself and to connect with people, but then also using it for information. Like, how many times does someone ask you something and you go Google it, and you know, how many people use the I'm feeling lucky button? It's they choose the first thing. So yes, it is under a lot of scrutiny because we realize that these technologies are made by humans and humans are flawed. You know,
you just reminded me. I'm up here looking up what this thing is called. What did I most recently watch? Okay, have you watched The Social Dilemma on Netflix?
No, everybody keeps telling me to watch it. Yes, I need to.
This makes me think of that. It makes me think of that because
okay,
I haven't watched the whole thing. I've just gotten through part of it, but it's a matter of these social media. You know, you think, oh, I just use social media for fun, but they break down each individual and they say, okay, what does Catwoman like? So when you're scrolling through these ads and stuff, you think, oh, this is just an ad. But when they put these videos up for you to watch, they say, well, what does Catwoman like? What's going to keep her on the site longer? Yes. And it's just like they profile each person. And it's just like, oh my God, you've taken that much time to think about me? Yes. People think, oh, it's your information that Facebook wants. No, they want you. You are the project. They
want you to take out your wallet. That's what they're trying to figure out.
That too, but it's keeping you on the site. You know, you go down a rabbit hole, just like YouTube. You know how you're on YouTube and you end up, how did I end up watching this video on something I have no interest in? Because they figured you out.
I love putting YouTube on autoplay and just say,
letting it go.
YouTube, take the wheel. Tell me what I'm supposed to watch. And it always sends me somewhere fascinating. And I'm like, whoa, you know me, YouTube. Like, you know exactly what I'm all about.
Catwoman sends me an article or video, and then my whole setup changes. Like, oh, you're interested in this now. And I'm like, Catwoman, what have you done to my YouTube?
So sorry.
But yes, that happens.
Yeah. So it is. This is a really great article, and the way that they break everything down. We don't really have enough time to go into it, but I really do suggest people reading this article.
Read that article and watch the Social Dilemma thing.
Yeah, I watched the Social Dilemma. Also, there is a video by Wisecrack. I can't remember the name of it to save my life, but basically, it is talking about big data and why is it so lucrative? Why do people want that data? But how can we get our power back? And what they said, I will always remember, is what if all that data that these companies, cookies and stuff are knowing about you, what if you had access to that data? For example, they know your habits. So they're like, hey, she's actually depressed. I'm going to send her ads about antidepressant pills.
But even in this article, they cover that social media makes you more depressed than you would have been in the first place.
Yeah, so most likely they're going to send you to give you those types of ads so that when you see your doctor, you're like, I heard about this type of medication. Am I covered? Or, stuff like that. But what if you were to have that information for yourself? Not a company, but what if you had that information for yourself and the technology said, hey, you know what? You're kind of depressed and maybe you need to change your habits, or maybe you need to alter the medications that you're on right now. So what if that thing benefited you and not companies' bottom line, and just helped you have a better, mentality, physicality, emotionality. Yeah, that's my piece on it.
So yeah, just consider that, when you think, oh, I'm just doing social media I try to make it more of like promotions for stuff for my YouTube and stuff. Now I try to spend less time on social media because yes, it can bring down your mood.
Ooh, if turn you allow off this podcast, it's scary. Get off the computer. All right, awesome. This is a great article. So Black woman tech founder shows how innovation is done in the Silicon Bayou. Bayou. Hey.
I like, and we talked about this on the phone.
Yeah.
You said, hey, they call her a unicorn. She's a black unicorn. I love unicorns. Like, unicorn is like my spirit animal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a mythical creature, but hey. I like to see people excel in technology, especially minorities, which, people don't really look at us to be in this field and to be talking about this thing. And that's a lot of people like our podcast for that reason, because we come from different sides of the spectrum and we bring all of this great knowledge together and we try to break it down for people who can't understand. And then we try to, just swap notes with people who do.
Yeah. Yeah. And now that, Emily Wilson has taught us what venture capitalism is, this article makes a little bit more sense. Oh, sorry for that pause. Okay. Anyways, so
what were you looking? Were you looking at something?
I was looking at you for your reaction.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the screen. I thought you were showing something. I was like, what am I missing here?
Sorry.
Because I'm looking at my screen too. No, and I try to find I think did you find the last heartwarming article about the young man who was
that was you. No, that was
Dexter? So, I try not to be super techie, but I found this was techie, and I guess they think she's a unicorn because she's in New Orleans, which, that's Eric's neck of the woods.
Bayou. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Eric's neck of the woods, and he's super techie. So I was just like...
But he says that when he goes out and he's filming and he has, 2 phones and he's doing camera reviews, people are in awe. They're like, oh, you have 2 cameras and you're a YouTuber? That's amazing, So, this is her quote here. She says, I saw how antiquated and outdated the technology nonprofits and their funders use, said Wilson. For the most part, technology was not designed specifically for them, which is very true. The technology has become user-friendly, but what I like is that technology has become generational friendly. The UIs are becoming more intuitive because they're reaching out to larger types of demographics for feedback instead of the same people for feedback each time.
So we're going to use that VC again because I come down a couple of paragraphs. She learned pretty quickly the importance of targeting VCs who are value aligned with hers. She said, in my case, that meant investors who invested outside of the Silicon Valley and invest in founders who are women and people of color.
Word, that's smart. Yeah, that's really smart. So they're venture capitalists, but their focus is on basically funding ideas of those that are marginalized, which is great. Perfect. We need more like this.
So I guess after there was something written about her, and check this out, what this is called. Hypopotamus.
Hypopotamus.
Yeah. The Southeast go-to resource for about the innovation. So it's the hypopotamus. That is neat.
I like names like that. I love names like that. Like, for example, Miss Pinky, she's part of a clothing line, apparel called Bath. And it means be about that hustle. I love stuff like that. That's just like, it just is very thought provoking, because now when I think about a bath, I think about that hustle. I don't think about a tub.
Another good point she makes is often organizations or groups come together and give a whole bunch of money. Then 4 or 5 years later, you ask, what happened to that money?
Yeah.
Because that definitely happens.
Mm-hmm. But that's the riskiness of venture capitalists. So basically the margins are so high in whatever it is that they're doing, that they take that money and they throw it at innovation, whether it's innovation in technology or it's innovation in food or whatever. Innovation is in a specific kind of niche that people are like, you know what, I wanted this, but I didn't know that it could have been invented. So I think that's perfect. But the fact that they're saying, you know what, let's uplift ideas and fund, most importantly, fund ideas of groups that are marginalized. I just think that's awesome.
Since Black Lives Matter, consumers are getting the importance of buying from Black-owned companies, not so in the GovTech and nonprofit and I can't talk.
Yeah.
Philanthropy of the tech world.
Mm-hmm.
Government agencies, corporations, and foundations are still not giving Black-owned tech firms their due.
Yes.
It's important that these organizations go above and beyond just writing philanthropic. Yeah, that word. Checks to purchase products and services from BIPOC, Black, Indigenous, and people of color entrepreneurs.
Yes. Yeah.
So giving back and saying put more money into, like, everybody's like, buy from Black companies. Like, as much as we push popcorn world and stuff like that. But what about tech-based Black organizations? You don't really hear about those.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's a lot of good valid points in it. This is a nice read if you got the time.
Yeah. Another thing that I want to bring up is a lot of the technology, 90% of the technology that we have here cannot be made without the resources and the special minerals and properties in Africa. So there are a lot of precious metals in Africa that we are taking from them.
Yeah.
Moving it to China, Taiwan, Japan, manufacturing it there, and then selling it for a higher price in the United States. It's like, if you think about it, it's kind of like the story of how Wakanda would have been. Like, Wakanda could be a place in Africa if Africa was not being exploited. So I'm glad that these types of venture capitalist companies are investing in people that are marginalized. But I think that also we need to think about the ethics of how we're actually buying products. It's hard because yes, it's cheaper. Yes, it's convenient, but my convenience is ultimately hurting someone else. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Emily asked, how do we decolonize the tech industry? Well,
I'm glad you're reading number
one, support Black tech creators on YouTube. Share their videos. And so that people can see that the tech and the kind of like the direction of the tech is not only in those that have privilege, because if you think about it, the tech, I remember the tech space slowly changing once in the inner cities started to have not only free internet, but affordable internet. I remember when I would get on the internet, and a lot of the people that I spoke with had good money because laptops and computers were expensive, really, really, really expensive. So I think we need to not only vote with our money, but we need to also vote with our attention as well. So supporting podcasts like these, supporting creators like Easy Computer Solution, supporting people like Emily D. Baker, like go out of your way to look for smaller channels. One of the things that I like to do when I go on YouTube is, let's say I'm searching for something, I go in and I filter it by that day. I say, YouTube, show me all the videos that were created about this topic today. And you'll find smaller creators that you never would have found before. Because if you go into the algorithm is going to
take you to the top YouTubers with the most subs and everything else. But a lot of the things I've looked for, and it's not that I did it purposely to find smaller YouTubers. I did it because a lot of the items that I search were imported. So they didn't have a lot of, I wanted to see what other people had to say besides an MKBHD, besides somebody just huge. Sometimes I want to hear what Tech Valor has to say, or, you know, just somebody like Wayne Train. I want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people who are smaller don't have a script, and they weren't told, hey, I need you to cover A, B, and C when you do your review. These people are doing a review based on their real feelings.
Yes.
So
yeah, and also when you see that smaller creator get bigger, another thing that we have to refrain from doing is telling them, oh, you changed because now you're about that money. We should not be upset when people start to monetize their passion, because think about it. Yes, you want them to do it because they love it, but wouldn't you want that person to be able to thrive and sustain their life based off of their passion? Because I believe in karma. So if you do that for someone else, that will come to you. Not saying you should do this because it's going to benefit you in some way or somehow, but treat people how you would want to be treated. Once you have that inner circle of just positivity, love, growth, it'll just continue to just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And we'll have that generational shift.
As long as you're not trying to hold everybody to the same standard, in my opinion. Like, Catwoman is Catwoman and I'm me.
Yes.
So way she does something that's going to be completely different from how I do it. So when a lot of people get into this, oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about because this bigger YouTuber said XYZ and you're saying ABC, you know? And it's just like, well, that's how I felt about it. I don't really care what the bigger YouTuber had to say.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also speaking of, oh, thanks, Emily. She said, celebrate success. We don't need creators to suffer. Put the end to starving artists. Agree 1000%. Give people their roses while they're here. Absolutely. Speaking of supporting other creators, the intro and outro to this video is created by chosenbeats.club. I'm trying to bring it up. Why is that coming up?
And that's just for our YouTube people, right? Because they don't hear this on the podcast, right?
They don't hear the song, but the link is in the description and the show notes. Check it out.
I was saying in case somebody was confused.
Yes. Yeah, because they don't. Oh, yeah, that's right. They don't hear the intro and the outro. Sorry, my bad. Yes, absolutely right. But if you catch us live or you watch any of these segments on YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, things like that, there's an intro and an outro, and the song is made by Tana So Lit, chosenbeats.club. The intro has a song called About You. That one is $2, and the outro song is called The Beauty, and that one is $5. So yes, support.
And first and foremost is always the podcast, as we always tell you. So if there's anything with sounds or sound issues or problems, please let us know.
Yes. And because we love to grow, so we take your feedback and we roll with it. Yeah. So we're at the quarter of the hour.
And remember, this week is Emily D. Baker. It will
Yes.
not be formal like tonight. I
Mhm.
will tell you in advance, there will be cussy words next week. So
Yes.
as in this week, I know y'all listen on the way to work, at work, etc. Yeah, might not be able to do that next week.
Yes. Correct. Yes. So we're going to be a little bit more looser than before. We're going to have Emily on as our guest, Emily D. Baker. I know we have Emily Wilson in the chat. We have a lot of Emilys in our lives.
Yes, we do. We have Big John Tech Reviews granddaughter. She's Emily as well.
Yes.
So I might have to have wine next week. I know you don't drink anymore, but maybe me and Emily can have some wine for old time's sake.
Yeah.
You can sip water out of a wine glass.
I could, yes, I could do that. Or sip water out of a shot glass if I want to get really fancy.
Peeky out. We'll think on that. But yeah,
we will.
But yes, there will be, I'm giving you the warning this week, and I'll give you the warning next week before the stream that there will be cursey words. So
yes, so we'll put explicit on the title so you guys are aware of that. But thank you for always rolling with us and listening and checking us out. We appreciate you guys' time. Hope you guys learned something new about tech, felt informed, felt like it helped govern your lives a little bit better.
If you close this out without ending it, I will knock you out. Either way.
I forgot. Thank you.
Look, I saw where this was headed. I was like, nope, not tonight.
Not tonight. Okay, so you guys, I'm Catwoman.
And I'm Gigi, the Gadget Goddess. And we are
your homegirls of tech.
Here on the Gadget Chats podcast. Catch you next week.
Bye.